Ronnie, do I know him?
Daniel's hot to trot. He's on the streaming table again.
All right, well, Daniel did something with the monitor here and took the chat off, so we don't know who's doing what.
Ronnie Tompkins from San Diego.
Call me anytime. I might end up in Riverside again.
Put the chat back on there, Lisa. Good seeing you. Happy New Year.
Thank you too.
Take care. Poolaholic here.
Hey, Daniel, what's happened to the chat here? What happened to the chat?
Oh.
It's just
We're having a blast with your viewers here.
Yeah, Frank likes to interact with the chat.
There you go.
How much is the payouts? You know, pool.
590, 545 for first is what I know.
Oh, Daniel says 545 for first. You know,
5,000 for first?
Pool's not about the money. It's about the prestige.
I know most pool players don't. They don't even know how much they're going to win. They just want to play. All right, Daniel's shot here, and he's hooked. He'll probably push out.
That was Steve from Poolaholic.
Nice guy, Steve from Poolaholic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice guy.
So it looks like we're underway here, huh? So Daniel said this player was from where?
San Diego, I think.
San Diego. People travel to come to this event. It's nice equipment, nice room.
Well, he scratched on the shot after the push out. Not the easiest run out because the way the balls are spread out, you have to go back and forth to get position. A 5 at one end, a 6 at the other end, a 3 at one end, a 4 at the other end, and they're just going back and forth.
Yeah, the 3 to the 4 is tricky.
Well, if he can draw without hitting a 6, which it looks like he should be able to do that. Even if he rubs the 6 a little bit, it shouldn't hurt. Oh, a little bit too hard. It's a tough shot. You know why it's tough? Because of where the 7 ball's at. If he tries to play position, he runs into the 7 ball. Then the shot is not even worth shooting. He's going to probably try to push the 4 by the 8 ball.
Oh, that's a good safety.
Yeah, good shot. Very good shot.
In the chat, they're asking who put Mika on the loser side. That would have been Ernesto.
No, actually, Mika put himself on the loser side.
Yeah. Yeah.
He
just was in a match with Ernesto, yeah.
He gave up a couple of games that it's not like him.
Oh, nice cut shot there.
Daniel is on today.
I love it when you make a nice shot and then you get a good line. Everything seems to be flowing.
Oh, he might have went just a little bit too far on that one.
Yeah.
I think if he'd have rolled forward instead of trying to stun it, that he would have gotten perfect on the 6th ball. Now he's going to have to do something crazy. He could draw to the side and come back. Great.
So it separates the men from the boys when they get in trouble, I guess. Very nice. Check out Daniel's shirt. He's wearing a Manila Billiards shirt. Have you been to Manila Billiards, Frank?
No.
It's an experience. There's only 6 tables, but there's a lot of action over there.
I've heard about it, but you know what? I don't do this stuff anymore like I used to, so I'm kind of out of the loop as to what's what. Yeah, I've heard of it, though. Yeah, I've heard of Manila Billiards.
Yeah. He's begging for balls to go in. Yes. That's a tricky deal there, the 1-4. Think you can carry him that? Hit the 1 and thin the 4?
No, you know what? I think he can hit the 1 ball on the left side, and the 4 will go.
So, okay, a little bit more full. Yeah.
Yeah, don't play the carom. Don't play the combo, but hit the 1 ball on the left side. He hit it on the wrong side. He hit the right side. If he hit the left side, he'd have made it. It would have threw the ball over. Now he has to play the carom. But I think I'd play that there, and then I would hit the 4 and then draw the cue ball out. I wouldn't want to be stuck on the short rail on this shot here. Oh, he had a combo. Well, that's okay. I think he should pull the cue ball back to the long rail and give him a better angle on the 2 to get on the 3. But he's going to try to take the cut on the 2.
Yeah, I agree with you. I like that shot better.
He would have had it straighter, and it would have been natural just to make the ball come off with a 3. But he's all right. You know what? You shoot what you feel comfortable with.
Right. Uh-oh. Yeah, that shot just had a little bit of a bigger angle, but if you have an angle, that's a good thing. You can move from, place to place. From ball to ball, eat smoother. That's a big mistake that amateurs make. They always just want to get straight on everything.
Oh yeah, no. And you know what? The tougher the table, the more angles you need. That way you don't have to hit the ball hard to pocket the object ball, and that way you can get the cue ball moving already because you're cutting balls more than shooting them straight in. He got a little weak on that. He needed a little bit more right English. The draw was okay, but a little bit more right would have got him perfect on it. He got lucky on that one.
Yeah, I hit the 7. Whenever you hit a ball, you don't know exactly what's going to happen.
He's got a good angle to position the 6 ball for the side pocket here. It's coming right that way. No spin, nothing, just roll it in.
I think that's something I need to work on, is seeing stuff like that where try to take those shots more on the side, like you said, instead of long shots on the tighter pockets.
No, yeah, at least on the tough tables, you want to use the side pocket as much as you possibly can. He didn't play that shot very well.
Yeah, he was on the rail. It made it tough. Got a good chance to run this out.
He hit that really nice. He hit it real nice.
Yeah, that's
a nice angle to get to the other side of the table so he can get the 8 ball fairly straight. You don't need to beat the side pocket. Just stay on this side of the side pocket. Shoot it soft. Just like that. That's perfect.
That was a great shot. Especially on this table. Well, Daniel's just feeling it.
Daniel's playing good.
Very nice. So I think the score is 2-0 Daniel. Looks like they're mentioning Efren in the chat room. You know, he's coming to New York to play Earl Strickland. Some sort of nostalgic matchup. I think it's the 14th, 15th, and 16th. And I think it's on some funky sized table. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
I would look forward to that. A pool banger. It looks like maybe Daniel will quit his day job if he keeps playing like this.
Daniel has a day job?
He took a little bit off on that break. Somebody says, I guess they're going to be playing on a 5x10 on that, the Efren and
yeah, 5x10. I'm sure that'll be full of Earl antics and non-stop entertainment.
If you never played on a 5x10, I'll tell you it's quite a bit different than the 4.5x9. It doesn't seem like it's a big difference, but it will definitely change your style of play. I remember years ago, I had this guy that I used to beat all over town, giving him the 7 ball on a regular 9-footer. I would beat him easily, giving him the 7 ball, and he took me to a 5x10, and I had a hard time beating him even. That's how much difference it is. It really is tough.
Never played on a 5x10. It sounds so big.
Hey, Charles, we were talking about the match between Strickland and Reyes when they went to 120. Watching that match, I believe that Strickland was definitely the best 9-ball player in that match, but I just think that maybe he just couldn't take the heat in the last 20 games or so, because he was well out in front, and the crowd got to him a little bit, and that's why he lost the match.
So Earl dominated that match for the most part.
He did the whole match.
Yeah.
I think going down to the last, I think he had maybe a 15-game lead or something like that near the end, and he just fell apart.
That's pretty amazing.
But little things will get him.
Yeah.
I played him in a match one time. It was in the semifinal in the tournament, and a buddy of mine says, "You know what? What you need to do is get him hot, get him irritated, and he'll start missing balls."
The meltdown process.
And I said, "You know what? I'm not going to win that way. If I'm going to beat him, I don't want it because I did something that caused him not to play his best game."
Right.
And he beat me.
I did watch him when he did that. Earl did that $1 million thing. What is it? Ran.
What an incredible feat that was.
Yeah. They had an insurance policy that in the tournament that nobody could run 13 racks, and Earl did it. He had some 9-ball breaks in there, but
I don't know what really happened after that, whether he got his money. Somebody said that they kind of made a kind of a buyout. Otherwise, maybe he wouldn't have got anything.
I think C.J. Wiley got real involved in that, helping him. I'm not sure what the end result was, but that was an amazing
there was a lot
set.
Of, the people that insured that, they had no idea that 9 balls on the break and combinations count and all that kind of stuff, and then whether it was allowed that Earl would be able to rack his own. So, I mean, there was a lot of questions about it that they didn't stipulate.
Right. There is a lot of details and factors that go into that kind of a decision. Well, and there's pattern racking. There's all different kinds of things that you can do. But Earl's definitely one of the most talented pool players to ever play the game. I mean,
Earl is the best 9-baller I've ever seen, and I've been playing this game for over 50 years, 55, 56 years, and I've never seen anybody play like Earl, and I've seen the very best, and I can't see where somebody could beat Earl when he's playing like he's supposed to play, without the crowd getting on him. He just would do incredible things. I saw him play when he won his first tournament, or first big tournament in Lake Tahoe. I played in that tournament, and there were more people watching him practice than there were watching other matches that were going on. He was just doing incredible things in his warm-ups. I mean, incredible things.
Well, he definitely, I think he's the player that's won the most U.S. Open titles. Hasn't he won like 5 or 6 U.S. Open titles? I mean, he's a very decorated player.
Without
for sure.
a doubt. Without a doubt.
It's too bad this year the Moscone Cup, they didn't go too well for them.
Yeah, who knows? Then it's one of those things that the next week it could have been the other way around.
Right. For sure, that's pool. It's up and down.
And they're short races. Maybe what they ought to do is change the format to 10-ball. That would definitely take out a lot of the luck element out of the game. Playing 10-ball, where you're calling every shot. You're calling, even when you're kicking, you got to call a ball. And if you make something that you weren't supposed to, your opponent has the option to let you shoot again or take the shot from there.
Right. Now, Frank, what do you think about the alternate break in the men's events? They used to have it. I've seen the tournaments both ways, where they had winter break and then they'd have alternate break.
I never liked the alternate break format. I like it where if you get on a roll and you start to play good, that you deserve to keep shooting. And the same way, if a guy beats me because he just put some racks on me, well, then I can't feel bad about that. He deserves it.
Right.
Whereas the other way, it's a seesaw, back and forth. And then if somebody gets out in front, say in a race to 11 and you get out in front like 7-1, 7-2, well, you're almost guaranteed to win the match now with rotating the brake. But if you're not rotating the brake, the other guy gets hot. Even though he's the underdog now by being down so many games, he can still get back in the game by running some racks.
Yeah, as a fan, I mean, a player and a fan, I love to see, if somebody's runs 5 racks and then somebody comes back and fires 7 back at them.
Sure.
I mean, that's just awesome to see. That's what I want to see. The alternate break, I think, keeps the matches really close, but I think you're right where it comes to a point where it's unfortunate because the win is more decided based on the alternate break rather than the performance of the player at that time. I like to see those players, just push as hard as they can and do phenomenal things and see them come back and win after a deficit. I mean, it's just amazing.
Yeah, I never was a fan of the alternating brakes.
I always said the women need the alternate brake and the men don't.
Like years ago, I mean, the brake is so huge. Years ago, when I was out doing a lot of, scuffling, mixing it up, and I'm playing somebody and they're asking for a spot, I don't mind giving them balls or games on the wire, but one thing I didn't want to give them was the brakes.
Yeah.
You give up the brake, you can't ever get a roll going. You're shooting second all the time if you give up the brakes.
Right, you can't string stuff together.
You can't string anything, and so you're not going to open up and start playing your top game.
Daniel's asking for a player to watch a hit.
I don't think he can hit the 9-ball first here. I don't think there's room to hit the 9-ball first.
I don't either.
The only question is, if the 9 is frozen, is whether he's going to catch a rail afterwards. Well, I don't think the viewers are going to have a good view of this. Oh, yeah, they are.
Yeah, good hit. Easy breezy.
Yeah, there was no question. There was Daniel telling the guy that watched the shot, "Are you blind?"
That was Alex Luengo that watched the shot from Sticks Billiards. So it looks like some matches ended down there. I don't know what's going on, though. I see Dave Himo playing Morrow, and I thought Morrow was playing Mika. I wonder if that means Mika's out.
Really?
Maybe I can go get an update and see what's going on, and I'll be back. Let's see what's going on.
Thanks a lot for that information, Charles. 1956. They're playing for 3 days, 8-ball, 9-ball, 10-ball. Each a race to 17. Great, that should be nice. So they're playing on a 10-foot diamond. I guess I'd give the edge to Earl because he's probably going to play with that javelin cue of his. And that would help on the 10-footer. Yeah, I don't know how many's left. It probably is down to the last 10 or so. That's right. I guess Daniel is scheduled to play Lee Brett pretty soon. And I kind of favor him if he's playing like he's playing now. Well, I'll be right back, folks. I got to take a potty break.
Frank, are you getting more coffee? Are you getting more coffee?
No, keep it right there.
Like high school.
Well, looks like Sir Daniel Busch wins the match.
Thanks, man.
Look good there, Daniel.
I don't think I'll do this well today.
Yeah.
I got some sandpaper.
Son,
Tell him I have some sandpaper.
Frank, Twig said he got some sandpaper.
Yeah.
For the glasses.
You need to stay focused.
Hey everyone, it's a late night of streaming tonight. Boy, I tell you, there's probably like 12 people still left in this tournament. Hope you guys are enjoying it. I'm gonna go tell Marie that the match is over here. So, Frank, thanks a lot for sitting in.
Daniel, you're playing real good. Scary. Scary.
Get out of here. I made some mistakes. Thanks, guys.
Okay, Frank, I have some updates. So it looks like Louis Ulrich and Santos Sambahan are going to, that's the hot seat match. But right now it looks like Moro's playing Dave over there. And it's confirmed Mika's out. He lost to Moro.
Mika looked like he was like not really interested, just practicing. Like the tournament's not big enough.
Yeah.
Got called again.
Daniel's on a train. He's
Hit the record again. Okay. I'll be right back.